2,000 years ago, in a remote part of the Roman Empire, someone was born who would change the history of the world: Jesus.
He was seen from the very beginning as this extremely radical, revolutionary figure that was going to bring more change than they had seen since the time of the prophets.
After a life of wandering through the hills and villages of Galilee and Judea, preaching and healing, Jesus was betrayed, arrested, and brutally put to death.
Jesus' death on the cross was hugely difficult for the early Christians. It was extremely embarrassing to say that they were followers of a leader who had been crucified.
But in the years after his crucifixion, Jesus' story was written down by his followers to explain his extraordinary life and death. These four Gospels would later form a major part of the Christian Bible and enable his message to be spread all over the world.
It's just extraordinary to come here now and see these crowds who've come from all over the world still being drawn by the power of that moment that would change everything.
This is very exciting time. We have people who are still so skeptical that they claim there's no Nazareth in the first century.
But for hundreds of years, scholars have been trying to look behind the Jesus of the Gospels, the divine Christ of faith, to uncover the historical figure, a Mediterranean Jew who lived and died as a man, and according to his followers, was resurrected from the dead.
This is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, they knew what we call the laws of nature just as much as we do. They knew that dead people stay dead.
In this series, 9 top biblical experts will re-examine the Gospel accounts to uncover the original meaning of the story of Jesus through the eyes of the people for whom it was first written almost 2,000 years ago.
This is a story too improbable not to be true. It's because it's not what you'd make up if you're starting a new world religion.
The climax of Jesus' life took place during one of the most important and highly charged times of the Jewish year. It was the holy festival of the Passover, when Jews celebrated the Exodus, in which, according to the Hebrew Bible, they had been freed from slavery in Egypt thousands of years before. According to the 4 Gospel accounts of his life,